Yes, yes. Good. We're going to keep going deeper layers, and we're not only just going to go deeper within this lifetime, you guys, we're going to go into your past lives as well. So let's open this really big. Open, 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 open. There we go. And again, I am inviting your team, your entourage, your guides, guardians, angels, or those that you connect with to be of assistance, because they are going to know you the best. You know you the best. Very cool, very cool. Extending into the past lives. So we're seeing all sorts of forms of lifetimes. You may have been male, you may have been female, you may have had no gender in some of these lifetimes. There's a lot of different races, a lot of different experiences, a lot of different beings that are out there. So in this case, we're going to definitely... Hi Mark, thanks for being here with Kelly. Glad to have you guys. Yes, good, good, good. A lot of different experiences, so that there are both, you might say, in many cases, the light side of an experience and the light side of an experience and the dark side of an experience. We often will choose to have these darker experiences in order to better know ourselves in the light, right? It's not a judgment, okay? It's not a judgment. There's no judgment here whatsoever. We're just going through and acknowledging. The healing process includes, by large, an acknowledgement of your actions, perhaps your behaviors, your experiences, and even more importantly, your lessons that you would have received from those. So again, just breathing and relaxing so that all this energy can keep shifting and moving through. We're going to move it and step it up a little faster as time kind of creeps in on us a little here. I'm going to start extending it. And oftentimes in these sessions, you may feel like a buzzing or a zinging or a tingling within the body. And you might even feel lightheaded, dizzy, or a little spacey. These are normal within these types of sessions because we're working multidimensionally. And as we access all that energy, it is also on the physical. Physicality is energy. It's just it's a denser form of energy as to what we're working with. And of course, these symptoms are just momentarily as things are shifting. But it's a nice validation too, if you are getting them, that things are literally releasing, correcting, balance, counterbalancing, and healing as such. And not everybody will feel them or experience that, and that's okay. You just know, that sense and feel that you are still receiving the healing. Very good, very good. So we're going to keep checking in on the layers and the past lives of where there are additional cords still being attached to the control of your parents or guardians. This is control over, so this is also now extending into that. We're going to release now more of that control over that has been, at this moment, the control over you. All right, and then we're going to flip that and bring forward any lifetimes, including this one, where you may be controlling over others, right? And this is not in of a balanced state. I'm sure if you are experiencing this on either side, you'll understand. Right, there we go. Good. There we go. Oftentimes when an event happens to one of us or to some of us, what happens is that we aren't, say, the only ones that are aware of it. So silently there could be other people that say knew about it, heard about it, saw it, read about it, rumors, right? In some way or another they were a part of it, even if it was indirectly. Okay, and this is very common with many of our experiences. For instance, if you were to have gone to the doctor for any number of reasons, whatever type of doctor, doesn't matter, there's usually all forms of assistance with them, right? So they're going to have nurses, and they're going to have colleagues, and they're going to have assistants, and you know, they're going to have a ton of different people. And if you're in surgery, then you're looking at anesthesiologists and a whole number of other people, including the lab people that you don't necessarily even get to see. Okay, so I don't know, this is coming up, we're going to clear this. So any of your experiences where it has brought you into the state of even, say, going to the hospital, going to the doctor, surgery or not, you've been there, done that for whatever various reasons. Let's go ahead and just take a breath as you begin to remember that, exhaling those experiences. There we go. There we go. Shifting and releasing. So what we're doing is acknowledging this, and as you acknowledge this, that in of itself is oftentimes enough to transmute the energy. Remember, it can be anyone you don't even know. So right now you're just handing over the control to your higher self, to your team, in stating that you don't know what you don't know. You don't know what we don't know. Any number of people could have been I want to say involved or a part of our experiences directly, but also indirectly. We don't know what we don't know, so we're just going to say yes to all of that which is still contributing that we may not know. Ooh, to releasing all that is not serving and has not been serving and will no longer be serving. Those energies are not doing any good for you, right? So as part of the cord cutting or house cleaning, you can say it's done with love. This kind of a process is acknowledgement, no judgment, okay? Those lessons were intense, those lessons were hard, whatever they are, just giving acknowledgement and love that those beings, those people, whoever they were to show up for us in our lives that way are, say, appreciated. And I ask for that connection for them to continue in a good way. So whatever's theirs that you have or you know you don't have, whatever's theirs, it's not yours. You're just saying yes to letting it go, letting it leave you, letting it no longer harbor within your body or your energetic field. There it goes. Whew, good. Good. And as you say yes to letting go whatever is not yours, you also want to have that yes in your body to saying whatever's mine, I'm ready for that to come back. So you're allowing for that to come back. Come back, come back, come back. It is yours. It's a vibrational match, just like our fingertips. They're individual and specific to us. So is your energy. It's got a very specific type of vibration to it, as everything does, including all the beautiful trees and plants and so forth. Everything has it. So we're going to go ahead and invite your energy back. There it comes, there it comes. And you're protected in this session, in this healing. You're also protected in the white light. My team and your team are working together here on a much bigger scale than we can even possibly be aware of. And in this protection field, while you're here with this session, whether it's live or after the recording, is very, very important in knowing you're safe. You're safe and you're protected. In this moment, in this now, you are safe. Trusting within spirit at this moment to bringing back what is yours. And oftentimes these are felt within us as a way of being scattered, kind of lost in our mind, can't really hold on to thoughts very easily. There's a number of reasons. This isn't the only one. Please know this. There can be any number of reasons. This is just one of them that can be of an influence, right? And when something traumatic has happened to us, doesn't matter what that was, it's traumatic to us. It's traumatic, period. It's that moment forward that we start to live differently because it affected us in such a way. Yes, and these do bounce around. These will jump around from topic to topic. I trust spirit as it brings it in what area we need to focus on. Things shift in the moment. They're happening now. Good. You are protected, so you have a filtering system around you as well. And that is how we are knowing for sure that this is your energy coming in. There's a magnitude of frequency that's resonating to your specific vibration that says, it's like you being the lighthouse. And I'm helping to amp that lighthouse bigger, 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 so that you're able to really call out to the universe wherever your energy pieces might be in order to bring them back home. They're your energies. Doesn't matter who's got them or why they got them or when they got them. It's yours. It's time to bring them home. This is also a process known as soul retrieval. So they could be teeny, teeny, teeny little pieces you can hardly even see maybe with the physical eye. Invisible perhaps even. Yeah. They can be orbs. They can be undulating balls of different sizes and orientations, and they could even be full body size pieces of your souls from whatever type of experience it was that required or had requested, or it's really not the word I want, guys. What do I want to say here? It's the type of experience that I do want to say required, but that don't really sound right. A part of you to leave in order to function, in order for you to really deal with life after that event, right? So that part of you, say, that checked out is not really present with you anymore. It's offline. It's detached, and sometimes it feels like they're lost, and you may feel that connection, that longing or searching or seeking, right? There's a lot of that comes with this sensation of having some of you out of body, so to speak, because of certain experiences. So regardless of what size your energy is, as long as it's a vibrational match, we're going to bring that home. Bringing it home, bring it home. It's a really good time to do this as well. Anytime that you receive a healing or any kind of energy work where it takes things out of you, in the releasing, it's not your energy anyway, and you definitely want that gone, but what you want to do is make sure that you bring in your energy and or even the divine light, okay, that golden white light closest to source itself. And let it just fill in all the little nooks and crannies of your being, filling in every part of who you are. There we go. Good. Good, good. A lot of cutting cords energy coming up today, so I'm getting like siblings and cousins, so let's go ahead and include them as well. Anybody you knew, and if you don't have siblings, maybe they were friends who felt like siblings, so this could be friends as well, cousins, it could be any number of people that have that connection of like a sibling, that close relationship, or even when they're not. More layers, you guys. Let's keep moving them out, moving them out. Good, 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 good. Past lives included, so we're really opening this up and expanding it out. There we go. That's a good validation there. Excellent, excellent. Now I am jumping, like I said, this happens where we'll jump from conversation or topic to topic, and now they have me coming in with all the COVID, right, and all the news around the COVID and the different things like that that are occurring for us. Welcome, guys. Thanks for being here. COVID. So actually what's happening there is, what I'm getting is there's a lot of beliefs, you guys. Everybody has a different belief in this reality, right? Everybody's truth is different. As I mentioned at the beginning of this, do take from whatever experiences you have only that which is your truth. You can disregard the others, but not necessarily out of hate. Just be like, okay, well, that didn't resonate for me. That's not mine. And don't take it on. Don't take it on. What you're hearing in the news, what you're hearing on the articles and the blogs and any other number of resources in the media form, yeah, that's not true. If it's not your truth, let's put it this way. If it's not your truth, let's clear it out of your field, okay? If it's not yours to take on any of that low vibration, negative energy, I'm not saying there's lies out there. Well, yeah, there's lies, but there's truth out there too. So let's sort through that. We're going to sort through there by taking out what is not your truth. How are you going to know what your truth is if you've got it, bombarded with all these other belief systems of other people, right? And belief systems change all the time. So it might be their belief system now, and after a while it changes again. We're not holding any judgments towards any of these people that believe in any form of the word. None, 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 none. No judgments. Just holding in your truth. Holding in what's yours. There we go. So anywhere you're on social media, oftentimes you have your tablet, or you have your phone, or you've got the TV, or any other number, right? Even the radio, right? Newspapers, well, of those that are still being printed. Yeah, so again, any form of media, I'm pulling that through, where you have either felt yourself kind of go into or get lost within those stories or articles or experiences, right? We're going to pull your energy back. Pull your energy back. That's your energy. Again, you're giving it out. Now, when you get rid of your energy, that creates a loss within yourself as well. So this energy that we're pulling back, again, is your energy. Pulling it, bring it back, bring it back. There we go. There we go. Now, also in that process of these news form medias, right, the different formats that they come in, you will have also absorbed energy that's not yours. So this is energies of those others that are a part of that. And that could be those that are directly speaking or talking, but it could also be anybody else indirectly, as I was talking about a little earlier. So others that put it together or were a part of that formation of it for it to come out. So we're now releasing what is not yours. Letting it go. All those people. That's a lot of people. Oh, yes. Okay, so now I do see where they're telling me that there is bleeding heart. All right, so bleeding heart is a nice indication. I really have become to really enjoy the bleeding heart. The bleeding heart is a good indication of where there may still be wounding, right? To be in heart center does not necessarily mean that you need to be there with judgments, with heartbreak, with a heartache. You feel yourself kind of leaning out, and you ooze all over everything else that you're bleeding about, so to speak, and that's the metaphor of the saying, okay? It's the reference to the oozing out. It's not really great an image, but it does explain it a little bit, right? So it's not a judgment, again. When you're healed at the heart level, you don't have that leaning out. You don't necessarily have that bleeding effect happening, and you're not oozing all over and projecting all over and, you know, suffocating other people with your energy either. Keep your energy inside, because that's your energy. What the heart is offering is information around where there's still wounding for you. Okay? Once the healing has happened, you feel strong. You're going to feel clear about it, right? And you're going to take more accurate, perhaps, and appropriate steps towards whatever that is that you wish to achieve. Okay? So this could be your health given our current circumstances, right? This could be, well, perhaps how you assist others in their health. Yep. So just releasing by breathing. As you exhale, you're relaxing the body, because oftentimes we get tense and we start holding, and in that little bit of holding, then we're not really releasing. So the exhale is really, really good for this. It's something you have available to you all the time. There we go. News media, right? COVID-19, lockdown. Just feel what's coming up for you as we talk about this, or as this is being mentioned. Again, no judgment, just notice. Just notice what you're feeling, what you're experiencing. COVID-19, coronavirus. See, these words have a lot of negative inundation to them anyway, just because of our current situation. So we're just going to clear those negative energies from that. They can still mean what they mean, they're just not going to have a charge to it, if that makes more sense, okay? Good. Okay. Everything is energy, right? And energy is information. So anytime you feel yourself reacting, regardless of what it is, just try and take that breath, or a few breaths, and just be like, what am I reacting to exactly? Oftentimes it's very rare that it's about the people that are in the situation. Very rare. It's often the actions. So it could be anybody having those actions, right? Or doing those actions that cause the trigger for you. So it's not about the person. It's often about the experience and the lesson that you need to learn from that experience. Whew. Good. If you got some water, take some water in. Stay hydrated is really good, guys. Stay hydrated. Okay, there's a lot of importance around being hydrated. Some of you that's worked with me before know what that is, and for those of you that don't really understand the importance of it, in regards to especially energy healing, your cells of the body hold trauma. I'm sure most of you have heard this, right? There's trauma within the body, so when we're doing an energetic healing, those cells are ready to release them through the process of natural elimination, which is wonderful, right? We don't need no sicknesses. We don't need to be puking, right? We don't have to go to the extreme anymore. You just don't. We're in a whole new era. We're in a whole new age. We're in a whole new earth, whole new energy, guys. We can do this in a good way, right? But the hydration process helps to take those cells of the body that are carrying the trauma out through the bathroom process, right? So just staying hydrated. And what I learned is that if you're not hydrated well enough, like, you don't have to be super hydrated, but just get in that middle ground, right? Do it consistently and steadily. But if you're not, what happens is those cells don't quite make it out of the body, and if they haven't finished flushing out, well, then the body thinks it needs to reabsorb it. And maybe because there's moisture in there and you're dehydrated, so it's going to absorb that hydration or something like this, okay? So it is important to stay hydrated and be consistent with that. Good. I know it seems like when we jump around we can be off topic, but you guys, this is really good, because as we hold energy like I was talking about, and then it makes it harder or more difficult to release, then by taking a topic off subject, you've changed your focus. Your mind now is thinking on something else. But for me as a healer, this is perfect, you guys, because then I can go in to what we were just talking about and finish cleaning up the energies of where you were holding and you didn't even know you were holding. So there's often a blessing in every experience if we look for it, okay? Thank you all for joining. Keep spreading the word. Share if you'd like. This healing, I'm going to do more of these also for free. So stay tuned or follow the page to be able to be joining in. Thank you. We're doing the healing. It has begun. And so as I was mentioning to the others, if you want to just type yes in the comments that you're ready to receive this, and or if you'd even like to type in a specific word as to what you might like to also include in this healing for yourself. Doesn't have to be too detailed, but a few words just to this, say general. I say general, but then I say specific. That's funny. Whew. Okay. And for those of you new coming on, your team, your higher self, your guides, your guardians are with you. They're the ones that are helping me to know what it is that I need to do for you. I don't know what I don't know. I can't possibly know anything about everybody. I'm still learning it about myself. So I have to trust in order to be of good assistance or proper assistance or authentic assistance to you guys. I set all of my stuff aside and I fully trust what's coming through for you. Okay, I'm getting a bunch of like tightness in the belly area of my stomach, just like under where the ribs come together, that diaphragm area. Something in here is going on for you guys, so let's look at what that is. Oftentimes this is associated to different kinds of anxiety or stress. And it can also be other forms of energy as well, like entities, okay? Entities are not bad, they're just lost or confused. Like attracts like, you guys. Like attracts like, right? So if you're holding a specific frequency due to certain, say, experiences that you've had, and we all do it, right? Well, then there's other energy that's not incarnated. They're not in physical form, so they're going to find you by vibration, right? And this vibration is going to attract likeness. Like attracts like. So whether we know it or not, we have a lot of other beings, entities, and energies that are attached to us, both in, on, and around us, okay? It's not a judgment. There's nothing to be afraid of. We're just cleaning house. This is your vehicle. This is your body. This is your vessel for this life experience. And we want you to enjoy it as much as possible. So we're cleaning house, cleaning house. So the entities, yeah. So that's good, yeah. People's anger. Thank you for that, Robin. Good to see you. Glad you're here. Yeah, see, that's another good example of where we are absorbing other people's energies when we're, say, even, not that we could socialize a whole lot right now, but even that little bit that we're beginning to do now, as well as what you see on the social medias or the news media forums and any such of the sort. Yeah, empathic people, especially sensitive people, especially, you're going to be absorbing that. Perhaps without knowing it until you're trained, or until you know yourself. You don't even have to do training. You just need to know yourself. That's all that really is required of that, right? The process, though, to get to know yourself can be, interestingly, its own journey. Let's look at the people, anger of others, because there's a lot of that associated to what we're experiencing now. So where have each of you had anger, where you've absorbed the anger of others? There's fear, too, in I want to say pissing other people off, okay? Because that's how it's coming in. I'm afraid I'm going to piss other people off if I don't do this, if I don't do that. So you're like walking on eggshells. I feel like this is a part of the experience as well. And it is your right to be able to sit and feel your truth, right? And to express your truth within respect of others. Hey, Sandy. Thanks for coming. We're doing a healing. You can type yes in there if you want to state that you're ready for that healing, and you can also type in any specific areas. Girl, I got some stuff I really want to do with you too in healing regards. The twitches are my yes or my validation, for those of you that didn't catch that in the first part of the video. As I bring through information, that is one of my signs that I work with. Good. Okay. Yep. So you know what's happening too with this old COVID, right? It's kind of that... Yeah. Hang on. Lots of information coming through. A lot of different things have shifted, right? Things are changing. Let's go in. I feel like for you, this also will work with the loss of a loved one. Yes. Okay. We all know. I know. You know. It could be literal, and for some of you it is. For some of you it's not. For some of you they're still around, but you've lost them to a degree, or you're disconnected from them to a degree that it's a real loss in a sense. So everybody's going through a form of grieving, a form of, it is healing, but it can be intense, and it can be definitely feel lonely and long. So that loss, even that loss of connection to people, if you happen to be an extrovert, right? You're socializing, and if you're a hugger, you know, or if you're that person that just gets inspired by others and you haven't had that in a while. Good. Just breathing as you exhale. There you go. You're releasing, bringing in the light of Creator, of oneness, of unity. This is of love, unconditional love, no judgments, no judgments. Everybody's got their own experiences. And yes, they're different. Not that one's better or worse. They're just different. Okay, so we're going to honor and respect what that is for each of you. Heavy, heavy, heavy. Just if you feel that heaviness, you might feel it. I got more in the belly coming up, and I feel heaviness in the chest, almost like it's a little hard for me to breathe. These are not your energies. Okay, you're picking up someone else's, or you have unknowingly absorbed someone else's. This feels like family for some of you, right? There's my validation. And we're just saying to let it go. As you release other people's energies, doesn't mean that you're going to say, what I want to say, like disown people around you. Yeah, it could happen, but that's only if they're toxic to you, right? But if you're and cutting cords with people that are generally and genuinely loving and kind and a good part of your life experiences, then this cleaning house process can often bring your connection closer together. You gotta love these twitches. Okay, just keep breathing. And yes, laughter is extremely healing. Laughter helps us to kind of release that tension that we hold when we're not realizing we're holding it. And it helps to bellow out what isn't serving us and break down that stagnant energy. There we go. Good, 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 good. Golden white light. Bring in the golden white light. Gaia wants to help. So Gaia is our planet. Planet Earth, Gaia. Pachamama. There's a lot of different names. All right, good. We're just grounding you down. So some of you are feeling a little flighty. And as you give permission for this healing, what we're doing is bringing your energy down into the core of Gaia, right? So you're a conduit, you're a channel. You've heard this. We're going to clear your channel. Yep, there's my validation. And we're going to extend it clear up through your crown chakra into Creator, right? The I am, the universal energy, God, whatever spirit, whoever you like to refer to this being as. And we're going to bring both of them in, okay? Both of them are going to come to the heart center, right? You have the mother and the father energy. You have feminine, masculine energy. And you're that conduit of channel of light. We're going to bring in that golden white light. And you're going to allow for that to go all the way down to the core of Earth. Because remember, you're a channel, you're a conduit. You're going to let that flow through. And as it flows through, it's taking with it perhaps particles and pieces of you that can be transmuted right now. Taken out, released, let go, let it be. Whew. There we go. And then that energy comes back up from Gaia, back through you, and back up to Creator, okay? And this is important because you as a human vessel, human vehicle, you know, this physical body has a lot to offer in the energetics of that transmission of light between all of you. And now letting that light come to you from the heart. You always have enough light with you. You always have enough of everything within you. It's all within you. Okay, just notice how you're feeling. Some of you might still feel lightheaded, dizzy, spacey. Some are feeling buzzing, zinging, tingling, perhaps in the body. These are normal. It'll be momentary if you do, and it's totally fine if you don't. Everybody experiences it differently. Just trust and know that it is still shifting for you. All right, so I'm getting a lot of like heaviness in the head now. So it's like a thinking. A lot of people in their heads, right? We all have been there and done that. A lot of pressure from society to do that, right? We kind of lose our connection to who we really are when we're caught up in what we need to be for everybody else. And let's say no more. No more. I'm going to be for you. You're going to find that love within so you can express it without. Whew, a lot of head. So mind chatter, negative voices. There we go. There we go. The wind picked up, guys, where I'm at here. So let's include the wind. Beautiful being. The wind is a being. Oh, I love it. They're gonna it's a gentle, warm breeze, so it just kind of swifts off. It just sort of blows away some of that heavy energy. It doesn't have to be super strong. It can be, but that's cool. It's even cool when it's not. There we go. It's just another assistance, another part of your team, your angels, guardians, and so forth that are assisting you in your healing. The wind can be one of those tools that are brought forward for that experience, right? If you work with fire, fireplaces, fire pits, candles, any number of elements, you know, processes of the elements, water in any form, earth, you know, even if you're not a gardener, get on the earth, the ground, the dirt, minerals your body needs, among other things. There we go. Whew, good. All right, some more energy shifting. If you haven't already, guys, go ahead, take another big breath in and exhale. Notice how you're feeling. Since we've been grounding, we've been releasing energy that's not yours. We're bringing energy in that is yours. Good, good. The mind is getting quieter. There's less chatter, less distraction, less negative voices. So many of those things aren't even yours either. We don't often think of that in that term, do we? Where they're forms of energy. Good. There we go. Excellent, excellent. So notice too, when we were working with the fear of people's anger, right? We touched on absorbing other people's energies, and we didn't talk about it specifically for very long, but it was brought up, and that's how this healing is happening so quickly, is because you don't want to focus on the negativity for very long, or you're just going to draw up more of it, right? You're going to draw in more of the same. So yeah, we're going to acknowledge it, and that's it. We're acknowledge it, we're going to move forward, heal, process through, and come back and check. Notice how you're feeling around when you felt the fear of other people's anger. How about their judgments? That one still has some strength to it, doesn't it? So let's clear out the judgment of others. Whoop. Yeah, good. Judgment of others. This is a nice opportunity for you to also create like a shield or a field of energy around you, right? Armor, protection. You can do this with crystals or stones. You can do this with essential oils. You can do this with so many number of things. It could be even with sticks, right? It doesn't matter. So it's based on your intention, and everything has energy. So you can also ask your guides and guardians. They say they want to help, right? And it's the free will that says they can't intervene without your permission. So you need to ask. You've got to ask. Got to ask. Protect you. Feel the armor. Feel the strength. And it can look in so many different ways, right? Impenetrable. Ooh, said that word good. Impenetrable. Energetic field. Feel it? It's solid. So here on planet Earth, the material that we have is variable, right? And we're only, say, limited to what we have accessible here. Outside of this time and space, where you're still connected, right? And you still have all your support, all your guides and guardians and team members and so forth that are there, they have access to frequencies that they would so love to bring to you, and that would be easily one of these protective shields, okay? Impenetrable. Feel that. High frequency light. Notice what light or color yours might be. Could be slightly different because it's yours. It's not going to be the same exact as everyone. Maybe a few people, but not everyone. And that's okay, because it's for you. And it can change. So it may change over time. But it'll still be strong and protective. Some people like the sensation of having that turtle shell, like an armor. That works, if that feels good to you. Some like a glass, a pillar, or a bubble. Just know if you have a bubble, it's not poppable, right? It's going to be strong. So how does it resonate with you when you talk about protection? And if it feels like it's going to be weak, don't use that method. Find one that's strong for you. There we go. There we go. Good. Now come back to the thought on fear of judgments of others, right? The judgment of others. Notice how it's softened, lighter, less intense. Okay? Good. I'm picking up too that there's a fear of doing something wrong. Doing something wrong. Oh, this fits with that walking on eggshells piece that we were just talking about. Okay, so let's go more after that. There's more after that. Fear you're going to do something wrong. You're going to get in trouble. It's like getting your hand smacked, or like being hit upside the head by someone. You know, yeah, that could be a metaphor, but that could be literal too. Let's just entertain it all, whatever that feels like for you. Walking on an eggshells, fear of the judgment of others, right? Scared you're going to do something wrong. It's your fault. It's not your fault, but that might be how it feels. It's my fault that happened. I should have known better. And then what are you doing? You're starting to beat up on yourself. Knock it off. Knock it off. Right? Okay. I mean that with love, and I say that with laughter. It's not funny for some because it's a very serious sort of process that they cannot seem to get themselves out of. And even though we kind of laugh about that, if you recall, the laughing is humor, but it's also healing. And to joke about the things that you're experiencing is part of that laughter, right? Part of that healing. So joke about the things you're experiencing. Make a pun or a metaphor from it. Find the lighter side so you can maneuver out of it a little easier. There we go. Some more energy shifting and leaving. It's like a big broom and dustpan came in and swept up all the eggshells. Your path is clear. Your path is smoother. Your path is yours. Don't let people dump shit on your walk side, your sidewalk. There you go. Set up boundaries. Boundaries of respect for you. No judgments. Have you ever heard the term read the room? Right? This is a common saying I think most everyone will relate to, right? Read the room. So this to me falls under the category of respect. When you're around people, whether you know them or not, you don't have to walk on eggshells. You deserve respect just as much as they deserve respect. But read the room. If you're with more like-minded people, then you might be able to open up a little more easily and know that you're still going to be held within a good sacred space, right? When you're not sure who you're around, or you know there are people that you can't quite be that way, you don't have to hide it per se. You just don't have to show it either, right? You don't need to lock it down or bury it somewhere, or check out or detach from it. It's yours. Own your gifts, own your abilities, own your intuition, own everything about you. It's you. You don't have to express it like as extreme when you're around other people. If it freaks them out, you're just gonna be okay. I won't do it right here, right now. So it's kind of like reading the room. Maybe it's just not the right time and right place, and that happens. It's okay. But you're not giving away or shutting down or getting rid of any aspect of you anymore. Okay? You're going to start embracing that and just knowing more of when to shine it and when to reserve it. Good. Good, good, good. Another breath if you haven't done so. Good exhale. Feels nice and strong. All right, good. Now checking in on that fear, judgment of others, perhaps even lighter than it was. A little softer, less intense. And notice how about feeling of walking on eggshells. Notice that. Softer, lighter, less intense. These go in layers, so even though we're working with what's presenting now, as you heal and as you integrate with the parts of you that are coming home, then you're going to find at times different things or scenarios or connections to what we've worked on will present. And if that happens, they're just different threads, different layers. They're different forms of intensity as well. So they may not be as intense as these first top layers. And get those cleared out, and the rest of them can be a lot more manageable. The truth on that one. Woo, okay, I think we're winding down, guys. I can feel the energy slowing down. The team is starting to say it feels like there's been enough for now. Enough for now. So we're just going to bring in some more golden white light as we finish to fill in any other nooks and crannies and crevices within your physicality. So in, on, or around you in your etheric and energetic fields. Sealing all, yes, sealing all holes, rips, tears, and openings that don't need to be there, that don't belong. Oop, yep, there are. So we're just allowing for that to come in. For some of you, it may feel like a bunch of wind sort of blowing through your whole body. Others, it might be like a rush of water or a waterfall pulling through your whole body, and it goes into every little bitty part of your body and every part of your being. There we go. Filling you up, topping you off. There we go. Notice your chatter too. Notice your mind thoughts. How it's quieter, softer, less intense as well. This is how these healings work though too, at least with how I present them. If you use a scale as a general guide, 1 to 10, 10 being the most intense for the relative of the conversation, right? 7, 8, 9, 10 is often the types of situations that I work with, and what we do is, our goal is to bring you down primarily to 0 for neutrality. But even if you leave after one session getting to a 3 or a 2, it's awesome. That's major improvement. So use a scale to help you determine how you're shifting and how you're feeling. The lighter, less intense is the perfect way to know this is happening. And it's happening right now. It's happened. It's done. On to the next. Let's keep moving forward. Very good, you guys. Very good. Feel the love from your team. Feel the love from your higher self, your angels, guides, guardians, or any others that you also work with. And I will say the ones you don't know about. There's way more helping us than we could even fathom. So let's just offer a little love and appreciation to them for being of assistance. Thank you, thank you, thank you. There it goes. Good. All right. So now what we're doing is I'm sealing up the energy for you to continue to integrate. So you can recalibrate with your new, say, new energy on board and all the energy that's not yours out of there, right? You're going to recalibrate a little bit. Be gentle with yourself. You might feel tired. Some will feel energized at first, but if you're tired, that's just your body's way of catching up, right? Because it's a denser form of energy, so you need to give it time. You want to rest, go to bed early, sleep in late, take a nap, whatever you can, all right? And hydrate. Please, please, please hydrate. That's very important, especially through your healing process. Integrating with nature is highly recommended. All right, you guys, thank you so much for being here. I am so happy to have connected. I'm so thankful for you guys to be on here with me as well. Stick around, follow the page for more to come. This was enjoyable. Have a wonderful day, y'all.